The 509 Crime Stories, Books 7 through 9. Murder by Any Other Name, Black and Blue in the Lilac City, and The Only Death That Matters. Written by Colin Conway, narrated by Damon Abdallah. Murder by Any Other Name, a collection of 509 crime stories by Colin Conway. Narrated by Damon Abdallah.
Hi, this is Colin Conway. Thank you for listening to Murder by Any Other Name. In William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, one of the title characters asks, "What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet." Over the years, this famous line has been paraphrased to, "A rose by any other name." Well, you get the rest. And with apologies to Bill, I like the latter version better. I'm a simple guy. When creating this collection of short stories, I noticed an underlying theme: murder. Finding a thread like that might not make an ordinary person happy, but we writers are a weird bunch. We get excited by discoveries like that. It's like learning that plants in your garden can be made into poison. Oh my God, a scribbler of crime will think, we can kill a character with oleander, and that killer could be a grandma. Well, not my Nana, she's sweet. And not your grandma either, because she's probably lovely like you. But someone else's grandma for sure. Most likely that someone isn't reading my stories. I'll wager their grandma would have murderous tendencies. Or maybe we writers notice a sad story about a man dying from a falling icicle. That's a senseless tragedy for sure. Still, an author takes that idea, spins it into a revenge slaying with a sliver of ice, and when the cops arrive, the murder weapon has melted away along with any fingerprints. I'm sure that same oleander-growing grandma was involved in that crime as well. After noticing a thread of murder throughout this collection, I tried to determine if something linked them together. In other words, what was the motivation for such a heinous crime? Were they of a passionate nature, the kind of killing a jilted lover might be involved in? Some of the stories were, but not all. Were they of a calculated nature, the type of murders we usually expect in serial killer stories? Only one tale featured a homicide of this fashion. Were they crimes of opportunity, a killing conducted as a means to another end? Yep, there were some of those. So ultimately, the murders were not connected by anything more than their proximity to the area code of 509. Sometimes that's how life is. We're connected to those around us by being in the right place at the right time. Or, in the case of these murderous tales, the wrong place at the wrong time. Which brings us to this book. These tales consist of hired killers, down-on-their-luck criminals, and good people doing bad.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?